Hey folks, it's nice and echoey in my living room because I still have no furniture. I ordered a couch like 6 weeks ago. Has yet to arrive. I guess good couches take time. The reason I'm here is that I watched a Cinderella story last night starring Hilary Duff and Chad Michael Murray. And yes, it's one of the best movies of all time, but something about it has always infuriated me. The unawareness of Austin Ames not realizing that Sam is Cinderella despite several face-to-face conversations with her after the ball is ridiculous. So our Cinderella, Sam, is played by Hilary Duff, who is living with her evil stepmother, played by Jennifer Coolidge, and her two awful stepsisters. And while Sam's home life isn't exactly ideal, her high school life, whew. You see, despite looking exactly like Hilary Duff, Sam Montgomery is a total loser. The popular kids like Queen Bee, Shelby Cummings, and high school football quarterback Austin Ames just aid in making this girl's life a living hell. While it's true that Austin never personally antagonizes Sam, are we supposed to believe he's a good guy for this? I mean, he never stops any of his friends from relentlessly calling her diner girl to her face. Luckily, Sam does have a few silver linings in her corner. She's got Carter, her best friend, who is an aspiring actor. She's got Rhonda, who is the manager of Fiona's restaurant and is kind of the fairy godmother figure of the movie, played by Regina King. But most importantly, we have Nomad, Sam's online pen pal and love interest. Sam, who goes by the username Princeton Girl, met Nomad in an online Princeton chat room because they both want to go to Princeton because princes and princesses go to Princeton. So they email back and forth things like LOL and ribbit, and they acknowledge that they go to the same school, but they probably never met because their school is so big and they're both hiding who they are to the world. They're so damaged and they just connect and they're meant for each other. But Sam doesn't know Nomad's true identity is, drumroll please, Austin Ames, the high school football quarterback. And Nomad, aka Austin Ames, can't take it anymore, and he's like, listen, Princeton girl, we should meet at the Halloween dance in the center of the dance floor. Sam initially agrees. She's like totally on board, and then Fiona ruins her plans by saying, Sam, you gotta stay here at the diner and you gotta mop the floors. So mere hours ahead of the dance, the stereotypical popular kids, Shelby Cummings, Austin Ames, who Shelby and Austin are together at this point, and all the friends, they come in to Fiona's diner and Sam is their server. And it's there at the diner that Austin proves he's like sort of a good guy because Shelby is mean to her and then Austin breaks up with her, but then says he thinks he's met someone else. Princeton girl. Honestly, I'm only mentioning this scene because Austin's friend during this moment holds onto his arm for dear life and does not let go, and the chemistry is unreal. Anyway, after the popular kids leave, Sam tells Rhonda, her fairy godmother, about this whole situation. Her fairy godmother insists Sam go to the dance. She'll be back by midnight. Fiona will never know. But it's the Halloween dance, and Sam doesn't have anything to wear, but Rhonda's like, I have a customer that I can give free breakfast to if he gives us a costume. So they go and do this cliche movie montage. Sam tries on a full knight's armor costume and a Porky Pig costume as if these were actual contenders for meeting the love of your life for the first time. But then Rhonda spots this mask that she realizes matches perfectly with a wedding dress that she bought just in case she would get married someday. You know, like a best case scenario. So Austin and Sam come face to face and they dance and they quickly fall in love and they chat about Princeton and their lack of belonging and everything's going great and it's extremely frustrating. Again, Austin and Sam have talked to each other multiple times. They've met face to face. He's looked into her eyes and he keeps saying things like, you'd think I would remember those eyes. You just talked to her like 2 hours ago in the diner. They dance for like an hour because that's as long as Sam allotted herself to be at the dance, to this acoustic version of I'll Be by Edwin McCain. And just about the time that Austin Ames is about to take off her mask, that's barely covering anything, by the way, to reveal who she is, her phone alarm goes off. It's almost midnight. She's gotta go. So Monday comes around, they're back at school. Sam knows who Austin is, but Austin doesn't know who Cinderella is. And Sam assumes Austin's probably forgotten all about it. But no. Austin has gone insane. He has posted hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bright yellow flyers with like Sam's hair. He had like an artist draw something that says, "Have you seen Cinderella? Contact Austin Ames." It's borderline vandalism all over the school because Austin can't figure out one physical feature about this woman that could possibly narrow her down, even though the only thing that he couldn't see was the area around her eyes. The only potential lead he has, by the way, is her cell phone, which never comes into play again for the rest of the movie. His friend even asks him about it at one point, and he claims that the phone is locked and it's only getting texts that say, like, "Come fix the fryer." This is where I have to wonder if Austin Ames is truly fit for a school like Princeton University, because the clues are all laid out for him like a 1990s Nickelodeon show starring a blue dog, and he can't put two pieces together to... But if that wasn't infuriating enough, in this moment, he makes direct eye contact with Sam. You'd think I'd remember those beautiful eyes, Montgomery, in the hallway, and they stare at each other, and then they just keep walking. He's hanging flyers of her face around the school, and he doesn't even know. But it gets even worse, because Austin goes to Fiona's diner and sits at the bar while Sam waits on him, and then they have a face-to-face conversation about feeling like they don't belong, and he still can't figure it out. She's using her voice. It's not like she changed her voice like Batman at the Halloween dance. There is literally no reason why he can't figure this out. While this is all happening, Austin is still emailing Princeton girl, by the way, not knowing her identity. And he's like, "Are you not talking to me because you found out I'm Austin Ames? Who emails like that?" But whatever. Sam's stepsisters find this and decide to present the information to Queen Bee ex-girlfriend Shelby Cummings. And because Shelby Cummings is a stereotypical Queen Bee, she puts on this like expulsion-worthy play in front of the entire school at a pep rally that is a reenactment of the emails between Sam and Austin, and then she reveals that Princeton girl is in fact Sam Diner Girl Montgomery. Sam flees home from the pep rally crying while Austin just sits there because it's Diner Girl. I mean, is he gonna go after Diner Girl? Could have been anyone in the school, but no, it has to be Diner Girl. So Sam goes back to school the next day. They pass each other in the halls. They make direct eye contact with each other. He knows who she is. She knows who he is. And he just won't talk to her. And you're probably wondering why. And that's a great question, because he has no motive not to talk to the girl that he loves now that he knows her identity, other than the fact that he doesn't look cool if he talks to Diner Girl. Sam is just done. She has nothing to do at this point but accept her fate as Diner Girl. So she goes to the diner and she scrubs the floor with her hands, and Rhonda's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm Diner Girl. This is what Diner Girls do." So this is kind of a whiplash of a moment because Sam looks up and she sees a quote from her dad that says, "Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game." And she's like, "Yeah, you know what? Fiona, I don't live with you anymore. Moving in with Rhonda. I also quit this diner." And then everyone quits the diner. And then she's like, "I'm going to go to Austin and I'm going to confront him and call him a coward to his face just moments before the big homecoming game," which she does. But then she decides to attend the homecoming game anyway with her best friend, Carter. "Hear You Me" by Jimmy Eat World starts playing for like the remainder of the movie, which I always thought was a weird choice because that song's about death. It was literally written for like 2 Weezer fans that died, and it just seems like really off tone for the mood they're trying to set, but okay, I like Jimmy Eat World, keep going. Sam stays for the entirety of the game, and then it gets down to the last play, which is up to Austin to win the game for the school, and then everybody starts chanting, "Austin, Austin," and Sam decides she cannot emotionally handle being at the game anymore. So she looks at her best friend Carter, and she's like, "Carter, thought I could handle this. I can't emotionally. I gotta go." And he's like, "Okay, well, I'll stay at the game and I'll just tell you how it ends," which is a really rude thing to say to somebody that just lost their income, their life, their family, their boyfriend. But okay, Carter, like, stay at the homecoming game. Austin sees her about to leave, and I think this is the first time that he's ever seen her before in his entire life and remember who she was, and he decides to put aside the scouts and his dreams and the game and his dad's wishes, and he runs after her because love is love. And he kisses her, and she immediately forgives him for forgetting what she looks like and ignoring her because she's Diner Girl. And all the women in the crowd are like screaming like they just got axed axe murder because they're like, Austin ended up with Diner Girl, no! So Austin and Sam head to Princeton together as freshmen, where Sam says they might live happily ever after because, hey, they're only freshmen. And as I say, find someone that will remember what your face looks like within the first 15 times of meeting each other. I'm just saying. Now, I know it sounds like I'm picking apart every single moment of this movie, and that's because I am. But that doesn't mean that I don't enjoy every freaking moment of a Cinderella story.